Hello everyone, Michael Wolfe for WatchReport.com. I have been chomping at the bit to discuss this watch with everyone to show it off, and the day's finally come, so I'm really looking forward to discussing this one with you all. This is the Dietrich Organic Time 1, or OT-1. I wanted to start off by showing what it looks like on a 7 3/4 inch wrist. Lots of wrist presence. Very nice sized strap. It's going to fit well over an 8-inch wrist. Just a beautifully complex design, resulting in a very artistic looking watch. So let's get this off the wrist, go over the watch a little bit. What we're seeing here is probably one of the most complex designs that I've ever seen with a wristwatch in this price category. The owner of the company, Emmanuel Dietrich, was or is a designer. He's been a designer for the past 20 years and finally decided to develop his own watch line. The Organic Time series was the product of his vision, and probably is, like I have said already, one of the more complex designs in its price category. Now, yes, there are some other watch brands that have a similar theme, like 7 Friday and Ancon and so forth, using the disc complications, but this case construction is unlike those entirely. And I consider this more or less like a case and cradle design. As you can see, the case, it actually sets down into the lug system, or the cradle, and then it is held in place by, you can see the screws on the underside, so forth. So a very complex design. I'm sure that it created a lot of challenges during production, but it makes it quite a bit more unique than the other watches that are out there that share the same or a similar theme. The case is 46 millimeters from 12 to 6, and if you factor in the crown going horizontally across the case, it is 49 millimeters. Sets just under 14 millimeters high, so it's going to have quite a lot of wrist presence. It weighs about 128 grams on the strap, so it's not going to feel overly cumbersome, but again, it will provide some substantial wrist presence. Now, one of the other things that sets it apart from a lot of the other watches similar to this is the crystal. It's not a regular round crystal, a square crystal, or whatever. It's more of a hexagonal shape, sort of. It fits with the hexagonal case shape, and the crystal, if you look closely, I'm hoping that you can see it in the video, has laser etching for the minute markers and so forth surrounding the crystal, and the larger minute markers actually are loomed. So that is just something that I haven't really seen before. It may have been done before, but I haven't seen it. And then you have a beautiful 4-layer dial. I'm not sure if the video is going to show it or not. Hopefully my pictures will. But it is alternating between matte black PVD and brushed PVD on the finishing. And then I think you can pick it up there just a little bit. If you look up around the word automatic, you can see that the innermost layer of the dial, it almost looks like it has diamond cut edges, giving it a little bit of a polishing right before you get down to the movement. And it's an open heart movement design. You can see the Miyota 82 S7. There's not a lot of flair with that movement. It's probably the only thing that kind of puzzles me a little bit with such a uniquely designed watch. There's no perlaging or Geneva striping, but again, the 82 S7 helps keep costs down. This watch does retail for $15, $13 USD. So if you put a higher grade movement, that's because of all the other complications with the design. It's going to increase the price substantially. And then when you look at the dial features, the disc second hand, the disc 24-hour counter, and the hands themselves, you can sort of see some organic features to it, like seasonal type stuff like snowflakes, and maybe the hands resembling buds on a tree and so forth. So there's some organic features too there. And then I love the black structure that crisscrosses the dial. Kind of reminds me of some things that I've seen in some movies and stuff like that in relation to time and so forth. And I'll explain that further in the written review. But just a really complex design, very cool. Limited branding, just Dietrich at the 12 and the OT-1 at the 6. So it's just a very clean dial, actually, for being so complicated. Really cool crown. It's a push-pull crown. I'm not sure if I can get it to focus in here in the video. Let's see if I can. There we go. It is sort of like the maker's mark, I guess is what I would like to call it. The push-pull crown, it does have the number 69 engraved on the face, and that is basically the birth year of the designer, Emmanuel Dietrich. So kind of neat, very neat. The Lug System, quickly, as you can see, the one-piece straps fit through the lugs, and they do slide through rather easily. You just basically have to guide them through, just like such. You can see the case back. It is a screw-in case back. It is not a display case back. There's no reason to really show the 82 S7 movement, but very nicely done. And all of the straps from Dietrich have a similar construction. So, and they offer the rubber strap separately as an option that you see here, which is I think around $200 and some odd USD. All the watches come standard, at least the OT-1, 2, and 3, with a nylon strap that is very nicely done and heavy duty. Nice buckles on all the straps. So there you have it. This is the Dietrich Organic Time OT-1. It's a very complex designed timepiece. Yes, there are other watches that, as I had mentioned, that are on the market that have a similar type theme, but I think lack the complication of this specific timepiece. And I look forward to seeing their next productions, hopefully with some higher end movements, adding to that maybe a little perlaging on the movement face and so forth. That'll just make the dial even pop further. I would like to thank Dietrich for arranging this review with WatchReport.com. I'd like to thank each one of you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video presentation here on Watch Report.